So first of all, my sincere namaskar from India. Myself, Dr. Yash Sharma, and I will be discussing my experiences about the augmented and virtual reality for school education, especially in India. As we know that this immersive technologies like augmented, virtual, and mixed reality is used mostly for commercial purpose, but these are seem to be very promising for education sector also. Many countries across the globe, they are using these technologies at a larger scale, even in education. And in India, also these type of technology are being used, especially after this our new education policy 2020, and it envisaged the use of all immersive technology along with the artificial intelligence in all levels of education, right from the school to the higher education. As India is the second most populous country in the world, and if we go as per the data which is current data which is available, about 250 million children have been enrolled in the current session in different classes in school education. And this is a hard fact that more than 90 countries in the world have population less than 250 million. And apart from this, we have 9.6 million teachers in 1.57 million schools across the country. And out of these 1.57 million schools, the 78% are the government schools, and out of which almost 75% are in the rural settings. And India is very diverse, geographically diverse, religiously diverse, and linguistically diverse. So for example, if we are developing the resources in all the languages which are being taught in the school, so it's a very huge task to do that. To overcome with this, the government agencies, because the education, especially the till elementary level, is free in India in government institutions, and whatever policy is there, the state government is adopting these policies, and the content which is being developed by the central agencies, they have to be given free of cost to all students, all the teachers across the country. It should be available to everyone. So whatever content is being developed, uh, the content is being disseminated under Creative Commons license, the open license, so that if the state governments want to adapt it, if the teacher, those who are sitting at the very ground level, if they are competent enough, if they are trained enough to adapt that content, they can edit it and translate it into different languages. Meanwhile, also we have started the development of this augmented and virtual reality uh, in English medium especially, and then maybe translated to the different languages. In school education, especially the textbook are the central part which is available in all the schools, and almost the same textbook. Maybe in some cases, in some states, they have their own textbooks also, but mostly the same textbook obviously, is available. And the modus operandi that we have used to develop these resources, especially the augmented reality, we have used the target image from within the textbook, within the concept, within the chapter of that textbook. So this is the modus operandi that we use. So for example, if any children wants to um, experiment that activity which is prescribed in the textbook, so same simulation is available in the AR also. And the software that we use, as I said, that all this content is being disseminated through Creative Commons license, the open licenses. So we try to use the open source softwares, and if not available as open source, then at least the free softwares, because if teachers sitting at the grassroots level, they want to edit that content, they want to adapt that content, they want to translate that content, so they are not going to purchase these expensive software because of the funding problems. So for augmented reality, we use the Unity, which is freely available, you know it all. And then we use the Buforia for the image recognition, which is also free, because we don't have any business model for selling the content, so it's available as a free. And 3D simulations, most of the 3D simulations we use the Blender software to develop, which is also the open source software. And we develop this content in different workshop modes by involving the various experts. So the content is being released under the open license, and the app is available on Play Store for anyone to use it across the globe. So let me show you an example of this augmented reality. So let me share my screen. You can see this is my mobile phone. I'm keeping it here. So for example, since our textbooks in school education, they are available in offline and online as a EPUB. So let me show you one sample. So for example, the teacher want to teach the concept of cell. So it is available in the textbook, and we have a very simple menu of our application, which is so for example, you can choose the class. As I said, that we are working on school education for class 9th and 10th in science subjects. So for example, biology. Then the chapter and the particular image they need to scan that image, they need to target and that image. Say for example, this image is 5.5, and let's go. This image is also available, and this image need to be scanned, which is available in the textbook. So I have opened my textbook as a EPUB in my another mobile phone, and let me scan it.
Figure 5.5.
Yeah. So
this is an animal cell. It lacks a cell wall. Each cell contains several organelles.
Okay, so for example, this activity, the teacher or the students want to perform, so we have the voice navigation also, and we have provided a menu also. So for example, they want to know more about the nucleus, then click on the nucleus, and you will see the different chromatin fibers
floating in the nucleoplast.
Okay, so this way they can perform the activities from the different concept which is enlisted in the textbook by targeting that particular image. But what the problem here we get it because we will see the evolution of our content also, because the constantly you need to have your mobile phone just in position like this one. You need to have your mobile phone like this one, so it will be sometimes it will be problematic to have this right. So then from the feedback, what we did, we just changed the content. Okay, we change the content. Let me show you one more content. So that what we did in the next after the feedback. So for example, this is the chapter 10. So I'm just scanning that image. It's a 10.3. Okay, so let load this image. Till then I will be getting it. So this is the image. So I need to scan this image.
So now objective: to perform an activity, to observe what happens when a ray of light is incident parallel to the principal axis in spherical mirrors. Click on the continue button to continue.
So what we did now, we provide one AR camera and also the learning objective. So for example, when your mobile phone is deflected from the textbook, you will see the AR camera is live. If you click on this AR camera, your background will change completely, and then you don't need to hover your mobile phone on the target image. Rather, you can perform the experiment by just with your fingers. Okay, so let's have a small. You can zoom in, zoom out because this is an AR, so it doesn't matter.
Ray of light. A ray is a path of a light wave represented by a line with an arrow. The arrow indicates the direction in which light is traveling. Beam of light. A bundle of rays of light is called a beam of light. Principal axis. It is a line passing through the center of curvature, C, and pole, P, of the mirror. Since principal axis passes through the center of curvature, it is normal to the surface of the mirror. Click on any button from the side panel to learn more about it.
Okay, so for example, about the concave mirror.
Concave mirror. Click on the highlighted button to make a ray incident parallel to the principal axis. Drag the slider to set the black screen where it gets the image of the reflected rays of light.
Okay, so here you can see that where this image will be formed. Okay, you can drag this one, and in fact you can drag this one, and you can have this convex mirror also.
Convex mirror. Click
also
on the highlighted button to make a ray incident parallel to the principal axis. Convex mirror. A beam of light is incident parallel to the principal axis on a convex mirror. After reflection, a virtual, erect, and highly diminished image appears to be formed. Laws of reflection. 1. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of the real image is all learning outcome. We can observe that a ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection will pass through the principal focus in the case of a concave mirror, or appears to diverge from the principal focus in the case of a convex mirror.
So you can see the whole activity is available as an augmented reality application. So all this content is available free, and anyone can have this content from our portals and the apps. And since it is available under open licenses, so it can be translated, adapt as per the license. So likewise, we are developing the content in different subjects also. Apart from this, we have also started with the virtual reality content. But virtual reality, as you know, that for fully immersion, we require the augmented devices, the VR box, which may be cheap one available that we can use with our mobile phones. But the development of the content is very tedious process. So content can be developed in two ways. I believe that the content which we can, the places, the things which we can see with our naked eyes, that can be captured with the cameras. So we use the 360-degree VR cameras to capture that content, and stitching up the different panel and making a complete virtual reality tour. Which maybe if you have the devices, if the children have the devices, they use with the devices have a full immersion. And if they don't have the devices, at least they can see their on mobile phone or the laptop and tablet, and have a semi immersion effect. But they will at least it's a much better than to showing a 2D image or a simple video. So the second type of content, the things that we are unable to see, just like what's happening inside our body, or what happening to the mechanism of the lock and key and other things, so that we need to create with the 3D simulations, which is a very costly process. So currently we have started this virtual reality by using the VR camera type of content, And the software we have used, tried the different openly available and freely available software. One of is the H5P, and H5P has also that possibility that semi immersive content can be created by using the different markers and connecting the different panoramas to develop a complete tour. So let me show you some example out of it. So you can see the different panoramas are stitched together as a background music that you can have a storyteller. They can embed that music, and you'll see that if you want to see, if the learner want to see this tool by using the VR Works, so we have one menu over there. They click on it, and the screen will be split into two parts that we know it very well, and you can see have a fully immersion tour of this place. And if they don't have that gadgets, they can simply have the semi immersive effect like this one. So for example, this is the ground where Gandhiji used to pray every morning and in the evening. And when he came to this ashram, he stayed in this cottage that we call the first cottage. Okay, so we can also go inside it by just clicking on it. And the one marker is placed over there. We call it the threading bowen with the help of the charkha, and you can have that image in high resolution. So let's go inside the first cottage. Since it's empty as a museum, but you can see the architecture of inside the cottage. Okay, so you can see the all around, and there is one marker to came out of this one. The second is Gandhiji's secretariat. So you can read more about it. We have the marker to read about it, and if you want to go inside, just click on the this, and you will be landing inside this secretariat cottage. So this is the bed where Gandhiji used to sit. So you have the different markers, the things that he used, are still there, and you can have a glimpse of them. Okay, so you may come out of it. So likewise, the learner has a possibility, at least they can be able to visit this type of places while sitting at their homes, especially during these pandemics. Okay, so likewise they can explore. The other tour that I would like to show you, virtual reality tour, is of Taj Mahal. So you can see the whole instructions are giving that how you can use this Taj Mahal. And this tour was specifically developed by using the H5P, which is a freely available uh, portal, and you can
Welcome to this 360-degree
has the background music
virtual
also.
reality
Let's
tour
go
of
inside
Taj Mahal.
tour.
This is Darwaza-e-Roza, also known as the Great Gate. It is the main gateway to the Charbagh Gardens leading towards the Taj Mahal Mausoleum. Rotate the screen to see around. Opposite to the Great Gate, there is a way to go to the forecourt or Jaloi Khana. Click on the plus button to know more about the place and black arrow to move forward.
Okay, so the black arrow is to move forward.
This is the entrance of the Great Gate. You can see the architecture on the gate. Click on the plus sign to see the detailed layout of the Taj Mahal complex. Rotate the screen to see around and click the arrow to move forward. Now you have the first glimpse of the Taj Mahal Mausoleum. Taj Mahal was built between 1631 and 1648 by order of the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in the memory of his favorite wife Mumtaz Mahal. Rotate the This place is the Charbagh, means a garden divided into four parts. Elsewhere, the garden is laid out with avenues of trees and fountains. Click on the hand button for self-assessment. Rotate the screen to see around.
So here self-assessment is also given, that if one learner, since he has learned many things about the Taj Mahal, now the assessment can be done. So Taj Mahal was built by, definitely, if they have listen it carefully, they are able to give the answer. And Darwaza Rosa was built around, definitely it was built after the Taj Mahal. And Taj Mahal was built on the bank of river Jamuna or Ganga. So definitely it is on the, so likewise, there is a immense possibility that students or the learners can enjoy this type of content, and also they can attempt the assessment. So different markers are used over here. You can see I just closed on the voiceover. So you can see we can have a uh, whole tour of the Taj Mahal. So here we are able to see the Taj Mahal from the side of the mosque, because the mosque is also inside the Taj Mahal. It was developed at after the Taj Mahal. And we are able to see from this side. Now we are at the back side, you can see. So let's see the minarets of the Taj Mahal. We are just approaching just in front of the Taj Mahal. You can see this is a beautifully white marble structure. So those learner who never seen this Taj Mahal, so of course it's one of the seven wonders of the world. They can see through this virtual tools. So this is river Jamuna, which is flowing at the back of the Taj Mahal. And let's see the Taj Mahal towards the left side. And this is the guest house, the Mehman Khana. So now we are moving back from the way we came forward. So likewise, so this type of content we are developing, but as per the concept that is given in the textbooks. So we are targeting especially um, the different uh, the content from the social sciences, especially the monuments, the geographical areas, the environmental changes, because this is very easy to develop this type of content and very easy to adapt and edit. So our next possibility may be to have the content with 3D simulations and the virtual reality. One more thing that I would like to show you, that we have embedded these 360 tools inside the textbooks. So let me show you an example, because there is immense possibility even in uh, open source software also. So as our textbooks are converted into EPUB by using the open source software Sizzle, and Sizzle had the immense possibility of adding different type of resources within the text. We can add the video, audio, simulations, and in fact the virtual reality within the textbooks. So let me show you. So for example, this is one of the textbook, Contemporary India. So let it open. So what I did, I embedded this 360-degree panorama virtual tour inside these textbooks. So let me go at the first page, because this is a EPUB. So you know it very well that how EPUBs are working. These are much better than the PDF. So this is a chapter, physiographic division. So this chapter has already some images like these one. These are the 2D images, and you cannot get maximum out of these images. So for example, and in chapter we have these type of images which are simply 2D images. And like one there is one image of the Mizo Hills in the northeastern part of the India. I have replaced that image of the Mizo Hill, and I have put this 360-degree panel from the Google. You can see, you can rotate it within the textbook, and you can see the texture of these hills. Otherwise, we are unable to see it in the 2D photo. You can see the vegetation. Okay, so you can see the vegetation. You can zoom in, zoom out. So there is a enormous possibility of using this type of media. It's another as a how vegetation in the northern plains of the India. So these are the vegetation from the northern plain fields, and the learner can move this to any site. Another which is there, this is a waterfall in the Chota Nagpur, and I have replaced that 2D image with this one. You can see, you can zoom on, zoom in, zoom out the water within the textbooks. So enormous possibilities there, and you can also see the vegetation around. Likewise, Indian desert. Okay, so uh, the 2D image was replaced with this 360-degree panel, and you can see the sand dunes. You can zoom in, you can definitely zoom out, and the sunset is there. And the vegetation you can see in the desert, that how the vegetation is look like. So likewise replaced, and this is one of from the coastal region, and you can also rotate this panel with your finger. And there's one island, so one full-fledged VR tool is there from for the island. You can click on this one and you can have the glimpse of the island. You can move around the island, that how island look like and what's the vegetation of the island, and you can see the. So basically the our approach is to use the openly available software, or at least which are available as a free with minimum cost, because the content is going to be disseminated in the open license, and that we want that our teachers who are trained enough, they can adopt this type of content and they can translate in different languages, so that we can fulfill the aims of providing the good content and the reviewed content and the free content to all our learners. So this is all about experiences that we are doing in augmented and virtual reality. And now we are open to the discussion. If you have any question, any queries, and I'm very highly thankful to all the organizers that they given me the opportunity that we can share the experiences. And if someone wants to develop some content at a low cost, especially in augmented and virtual reality, so definitely that will be the helpful. So thank you very much to